Hello everyone, welcome back to another Green Grove update. I hope you're enjoying the little cinematics on screen. I'll be doing these little cinematics each episode. I've decided that'll be kind of nice way to introduce the features. Um, but yes, I'll be covering these features today, including that massive hyper that you see. It's not really massive, it's kind of mid-ranged hyper size. I mean, it's not even 200 feet, so it can't be classified as a hyper, but it's still a B&M hyper. That's its coaster type. I didn't really use a hyper train for that, but anyways, I'll be going over that once we get there. Anyways, there are a few changes. Keep in mind, this video is not going to be as long as last episode. Since last episode was made when I had tons of features to show, this one's going to be quite short. So if you enjoy this video, consider subscribing. Maybe like the video. I don't really know. I don't really care if you like or subscribe. Honestly, I'm just doing that because I have nothing else to say. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and let's move on to the update. Alright, boys. Hello. As you can see, here we are in the main plaza. What I noticed is that every time I load up this park, the tags get even more chaotic. So over here we have welcome to Greenwood Grove just destroyed by tags, and then over here now this is tagged. So literally every single sign is slowly getting tagged, which is actually quite sad. Soon restrooms will be tagged, soon literally every sign here, and we'll get to this, by the way. I have made this for other types of purposes, but let's go ahead and start. Ooh, that's an interesting view. I'm sorry I distracted, but look at this. That looks cool. Anyways, so boys, welcome to another FadLand Greenwood Grove update. So let's go ahead and start with our first feature that I've implemented into the park since the last update. So here we are at the first thing I want to show today. So if you don't know, over here used to be, I'm pretty sure you guys don't know, but I'll bring up a screenshot of it, but I used to have a little multi-launch here. Now, it didn't really fit that well with my proposed lineup, and that soon became the Eurofighter you see right over here. Now, this little multi-launch I got rid of, obviously, for the Eurofighter, and so I decided to make a little lake around where it used to be. Now, the multi-launch wasn't this compact, but it just serves there as, like, a small reference. Like, if you know the reference, you know the reference. I might add a little memorial statue with, like, screenshots of it, but, you know, that's just too over the top. I think this will just do for now. But here's our first building I need to show you guys. It's a little restaurant. I'm upping the whole, not keeping it basic, like these stalls over here, where it's just boxes with some stalls. Here I actually included some seating and some little scenery. I might as well add stalls here, but I'll do that later. Do not worry. After the update's finished, I'll already have pointed out all my mistakes that I'll solve very quickly. As you can see, pretty basic seating, a little bit of deco, and other than that, we got little toilet stands because, you know, Among Us toilet. But moving on, we have this little Ferris wheel here. I feel like this gives a pretty good view of the park. I mean, look at that. It gives good views of the hyper from here. So I thought adding a Ferris wheel here would be good. Anyways, this was added before the hyper even was added. So I think it might give a good view of this. I don't know why I intended on putting a Ferris wheel here. Maybe it just looked good here. But anyways, moving on to our next thing. Over here, we have a little concert stage thing. Now, I think a lot of people have a question. Is the grand opening gonna be held here? Well, there's gonna be a part of the grand opening which will be held here. Now, I'm not very sure which part, but I'll make sure to include it there. For now, the start of the grand opening will obviously be hosted at the start of the entrance, as like all of the current grand openings I've done. But don't expect the start of the grand opening to be over here, although that would be amazing. We're literally not going to be able to cut the ribbon since we're going to be already inside the park. But boys, moving on to our next thing that I need to show. I guess this is something different. No, this isn't very different. We're still here in the stage. I just needed to show you guys the little places here for the people who are gonna be on stage. You got little chairs and little mirrors. It's pretty basic. There's nothing really to it. Lanterns and stuff. I mean, not much people are gonna be able to see this. I mean, until they watch the video. But yeah, these are just 4 speeches in case I wanna have a little, I guess, speech about the FadLand chains. I can just go get a bin, pop them over here, change that color like this, and then you got, you got a little speech thing that looks cool. And it's interchangeable, so I might do like a music concert. I don't know. There's no way I'll be able to do like a music concert. That would be weird. Anyways, boys, moving on to the actual next thing that I need to show you guys. So the next thing here is obviously this giant hyper. I mean, the girth of this thing. Anyways, let me explain to you guys the story. So, I didn't really know what to add as a main attraction. We already had the Gerstlauer Eurofighter and the bump sled over there, but I didn't know what was going to be the first attraction. So I asked you guys on my Discord server, and I'll bring up a screenshot. You guys voted for the B&M Hyper, and I'm glad, because I just enjoy B&M Hypers a lot. And then I thought, hey, the hyper trains looked weird, and this was the first prototype layout, so I said, hey, do you want me to change the trains? And then I kind of made another poll, which basically is choosing which train should I use, and people obviously, as you can see from the results, have chosen the floralist train, which you can kind of see over here just going around. The reason mainly I love this decision is because of how it looks when it's overlaid. Of course, these are different color schemes because I'm still working out the color. If you don't know, basically in every one of my parks, I always struggle making a color scheme because I don't intend on planning the color scheme first. But yeah, it's kind of like this for now. For now, I'm just gonna be testing color schemes in different parts of the tracks until I get like a viable color scheme. For now, it looks pretty interesting with this kind of gray thing, which I like going with for now. I might color the entire ride this, but first I have to finish up all the overlay. So as you can see, mostly what's been completed for now is the little track work. There's not really much other than that. We've got the overlay, of course, the start of the overlay. We've also got a little splashdown here, which is an interesting thing I wanted to incorporate. But other than that, let's move on to the little thing that I planned to be next to the hyper, and that is this little plaza here. Now, this is, I guess, a walkway. I don't know what to call this, but there's just this ongoing path with a bunch of shops and stuff. I mean, for now, it's just a bunch of cafes and restaurants. But let's move on to our first one, which is going to be a cafe, and that's Costa, since apparently Roblox hates images of Starbucks. I had to put a Costa logo. But, you get the point. It's just a Costa coffee. There's not as much detail as in the $19 coffee shop, which I'll show you right now. So, as you can see here is $19 coffee cafe. It's not coffee shop, my bad. But you can kind of see how there's more detail here. But I wasn't able to fit in a nice little stall because that would block some of the detail. So what I've done here is literally just place the stall in some shelves. I know it's lazy, but I mean, I don't know what else. So moving on to our next place over here. We got Papa John's, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like Pizza Hut because we already have a Pizza Hut in this park. So I just decided to pick Papa John's because we need a pizza place in this little walkway, I don't even know what to call it. So it's just Papa John's, it's just pizza go bro. But we also got some outdoor seating, by the way, just little things. I believe these are inspired by a park I saw. Whoever it is who made the park with these, I think it was Titanic. I think, I don't know. But moving on, of course, we got the Cheesecake Factory. Now, the Cheesecake Factory, I enjoy going to this place. It's kind of nice, though. But here it's not as fancy as the real-life counterpart. It's really just brick everywhere and painting and stuff. Also, there is a ride here, but I don't know what to do with this section. Might just be nature and stuff, or like a little lake or something, a waterfall from here. I don't know. And keep in mind, I might place a log flume in this area right over here. So yeah, we'll have to see. But for now, that's basically Cheesecake Factory. Let's move on to Reggiano's. Now, here are two places which you can find at Thrill Capital, my last chain. We have ice cream and Reggiano's. So first, let's look at Reggiano's. It's Fat Bob's Italian cuisine, as you can probably tell from the logo over here. Yeah, this is entirely original. But you know, you just got seating. I mean, it's just a fancy Italian place. There's nothing really up with it. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the restrooms. I actually came up with a little bit of an idea here, but okay, yeah. First of all, we have men's, women's. I'm gonna go into the men's. You know why. But over here you've got stalls, and then in here you've got these little things, which I'll actually show how you make real quickly. These are anvils and barrels. I mean, you could tell the barrels. And then these images are images of this mirror texture, which in the light looks completely white. But let me show you outside just to prove that it's a mirror texture. As you can see, I tried to make this. I mean, it kind of worked out. It didn't really work out when there's a bunch of light. I'll try to fix that. Like I said, after I'm done with this episode, of course, I'm gonna fix up all the details that I've mentioned have gone wrong. So let's move on to our next place here, which is ice cream. Ice cream, because, you know, we all be screaming in times of grief. But it's an ice cream place. I mean, what do you gotta say? It's an ice cream place. There's nothing really to it. But other than that, I'm gonna add stores. So over here, we're gonna have a bunch of stores. I think. Oh, you can kind of see the anvils from the bathrooms. Don't worry, I'm covering that up. No worries, bros. But okay, there's someone outside my house. But as you can see here, you know, it's just how it is. This is what's gonna be the, I guess, part in front of the hyper. But anyways, guys, of course, we've got this thing that I forgot to show you guys. I always forget to show you guys the last feature. But let me actually go look, and let me show you what this does, and then I'll end the video off by using this launcher here. So firstly, this is my most secured building ever. There's no way you can get into this. And the thing is, the only way you're supposed to get in is through this portal, which only co-builders can access. So this is an anti-fan-proof building. Basically, if I'm ever panicking, I just go into this building here, and I can hide in my little emergency bunker where I can watch Among Us drip for the rest of time. But other than that, we also have. Oh, let me make this jump. Oh. Okay, we've locked ourselves out. Let me go back in. Other than that, here's the control to the TNT launcher. So whenever I'm doing pre-launch checks, I activate this. Whenever I say I want to tell people to get ready, I do this. And then when I need a launch, I do this. And that launches people, you know, out the funny TNT. There is also a way for me only to do this when I'm standing on it. I mean, I did add a button here for fans to use if they want, but I'm just get rid of that. But let me actually launch myself. So thanks everybody for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna be recording some cinematics after this, but thanks boys. Have a great day, and I see ya. Goodbye.